Negative b will be negative 3 plus or minus the square root of 9 minus 4 times 4 times negative 7. Oops. And we divide it all by 2a, which is 2 times 4. So that's going to give me 16 times 7, negative 3 plus or minus square root 121 all over 8. So this is negative 3 plus or minus 11 over 8. So the first one is going to be 14 out of 8. I can take out a 2. So that'll be 7 out of 4. And then the other one will be minus 14 over 8. Oops, sorry, I made a mistake there. That'll be minus 14 out of 8, so it should be minus 7 of 4. And then the other value, negative 3 plus 11 is going to be 8. So 8 out of 8 is just 1. Okay, so are there any questions there for those examples? So for something like 27, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look through my list here, and I'm going to try to see what's the largest number I can divide evenly. So that largest number for the first example is 9. So that means I could rewrite this as the square root of 3 times 9. And 9 under the square root is worth 3 when I bring it out. So I could rewrite this as 3 root 3. And there's no way I can reduce that radical anymore. Okay, so same thing, 294, 98, 48, 18, 125. When you get the hang of it, you start to notice them quickly. So for example, this I could rewrite as the square root of 5 times 25. So it will be 25 is worth 5 outside, 5 root 5. 18 will be 2 times 9. 9 is worth 3 when it comes out. And 16, let's see here, 48 goes into 16 3 times. So that'll be 3 times 16. When I take it out, I get 4 root 3. And let's see here, 98, that's 2 times 49. Which will be 7 root 2. And 294. So 294, let's see here. What's the largest number up there that'll go into 294?
49.
49. Okay, how many times does 49 go into 294?
6.
Okay, so we have 6 times 49, bring it out, and I end up with 7 root 6. Okay, so those will be in simplest form there. So when we do these quadratic equations, you have to have your answer in simplest form. It was nice of me to give you your first set of equations so that they all turn out to be fractions and whole numbers. This one's going to have radicals in it. So see if you can use a quadratic equation, but you must reduce your answer in simplest form. These are the 2 conditions that I'll be checking for. Number 1, that the greatest common factor between the numerator and the denominator is 1. There's nothing that can be common factored out. And number 2, you cannot reduce the values under your square roots anymore. Okay, as long as you meet those 2, you'll be in simplest form. So this will be 12 plus or minus 144 minus 4ac, all divided by 2 times 8. And 16 times 8 is 128. So 12 plus or minus 144 plus 128 all over 16. So 144 and 28, I get 272. And even though this is the correct answer, we can do better than this. So what's the largest perfect square that 272 goes into?
I think
16. 272 divided by 16. Yep, 16 and 17. So we could rewrite this as 12 plus or minus 16 times 17. When I take it out, it's going to be worth 4. So this is 12 plus or minus 4 root 17. So I've met this condition here. I cannot reduce the 17 anymore, but there's a common factor between 12, 4, and 6. So remember, when you do common factors, everyone on top has to have the same as the bottom. It can't just be that 12 is your only common factor. It has to come out of everybody here. So for example, I could rewrite this as 4 times 3, factor that out, which means the common factor 4 divided by 16 is just going to be a 4 on the bottom. So this is my answer in simplest form. That would be full marks answer. Okay, so it's not just that you can work the quadratic equation. You have to use some of those Math 10 skills to get yourself down to simplest form.